There are 3 homes. Ego lives in 3 homes. If Shiva used his Trishul in the form of Sadguru's grace, that Trishul killed these 3 states. He destroyed these 3 houses, these 3 puras. Tripurasur Samhari. These 3 houses, they are the houses to live for our ego. If the 3 houses are burned, where can ego live? Ego will also burnt there. First Shiva destroy, burnt our 3 houses where the ego is living. There is no house for ego. How can it live? It will die. That is the result of sitting in front of a self-realized one. That means Sadguru. Sitting silently in front of a Sadguru is enough. It will burn all the 3 houses of the ego. It will burn. Can we have this experience at our house? All these 3 states. Now you are in a condition. How is it? One side sleeping is there. Other side seeing is there. Dream state, waking state. In the middle side, in the brain, there are so many waves are there, images are there running. That means dream state. Sleep state, vacant state, dream state. You are experiencing all these states at a time in front of Sadguru. We cannot experience them at our own house. This is Bhagavan's grace. Grace is just like that. If you sit down at our house for sadhana, you may do chanting, or you may do self-inquiry, or you may do puja, or sitting silently without doing anything. Okay? Then you can be in the vacant state only. Suppose you are doing Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. By simply chanting it, Arunachalam mantram will also give you directly at a time these 3 states. Sleeping, dreaming, and being in vacant state. All these 3 states, you can experience them by simply chanting or by simply self-inquiry. It is Guru's grace. You can experience the same experience which you have in front of the Sadguru. You can get it in your own house also. It is Sadguru's grace. Grace has no distance. It is not a question of distance, it is a question of devotion. Devotion to Ishvara, devotion to Sadguru. We always remember Ishvara or Sadguru. We can feel it in our own house. We can experiencing it in chanting, in self-inquiry, or in doing puja. Suppose you are doing puja by reading Astotram, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So many thoughts are came. It is dream state symbol. Left eye is sleeping, right eye is seeing. This is sleep state, this is vacant state. All three states are coming to you. It is not an ordinary one. It involves grace. It is extraordinary. Grace of Sadguru. It is. But sadhakas will feel, I am not doing very well, I am not doing very well, I am not doing my puja well. So many thoughts are came. I am sleeping, my mind is sleeping. Half sleeping, half doing puja. Half sleeping, half doing chanting. Devotees misunderstands it. Actually, it is the process of the grace. It is the process of the sadhana. A 15 years of your own sadhana can be done in 15 minutes. If Guru's grace is there. 15 long years. The result will come to you by 15 minutes. It depends on surrender to Sadguru. Surrender to Sadguru is important, utmost important. He is the only one to reach God. There is no another one. He knows well. Sadguru knows well. Ishvara. He knows well the destination. So he can only lead us, take us into that destination. Without the help of Sadguru, we cannot reach. Sleep is grace. Seeing is grace. Thoughts also grace. Peace is grace. Silence is grace. Lastly, laughing is also grace. Sadguru's grace reflects on several minds. If there is a pure glass, it will reflect as laughing. That's why in front of a Sadguru, kids will gain energy more, laugh more, play more. It is the energy of the grace of the energy, and grace of the Sadguru is converting into energy of the kids. Grace is converting to peace, grace is converting to sleep, grace is converting to sadhana, grace is converting to energy, grace is converting into laughing. Everything is grace. Everything is grace. Beyond grace, there is nothing. Everything which is happening in our body, in our mind, outside our body, outside our mind, everything is filled with grace. For good sadhakas, there is nothing but grace. Everything is grace. Guru means grace. Grace of the Guru comes from Ishvara, not from Guru. He is the only medium. There will be no intention to give grace. There is no desire to give grace. If there is any desire to give grace to others, grace will not come. It is not grace. If there is no desire, then grace comes. If you allow Bhagavan, Ishvara's grace comes from the face of Bhagavan. If you love Baba, Ishvara's grace comes from Baba's face. Bhagwan and Baba are only faces. Real Bhagwan, real Baba are Ishvara. Ishvara will give you result. The face of the God is not important. Religion is not important. Devotion is more important. Devotion of the devotee, sadhana of the devotee, surrender of the devotee is more important. If you do namaskarams, if you prostrate to a form, to a deity or to any god, it will go to Ishvara. All through these gods, all through these religions, there is only one Ishvara, only one God. He has no name. He has names and forms on this planet, but really he has no name and no form. All these devotees' devotion goes to that eternal truth. If we like, we named him as Ishvara. God is not important. Devotion of the devotee is important. The way of devotion is important. Belief is important, not God. If you love Ishvara, that love burns all your vasanas, hidden desires, latent desires. That love has that power, that much power. Love burns tendencies. All the tendencies. Our children are more lucky than us. They went to Arunachalam in childhood. We are more lucky than our fathers and mothers. Same luck is continuing. We are lucky than our fathers and mothers. Our children are lucky than their fathers and mothers. This is truth. Same truth is continuing.